Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Miranda and I'm a careers advisor. I'm going to talk you through how to register for UCAS. So this is UCAS if you were planning on applying to university, and we're just going to do the first part of the application, which is the registration. So first of all, you need to go to ucas.com, which you can see in the top corner here, and then you're going to click on sign in, and you are a student, so you're going to click on students. We then get to this second page where you've got the option of undergraduate, conservatoires, postgraduate teacher training or progress. For the majority of you applying to university, you will be looking at doing an undergraduate course if this is your first degree. Some of you might be looking at conservatoires. These are specialist colleges, universities for music, dance. So I'm going to do a separate one on this. So we're going to focus on the undergraduate today. And then we're looking at 2019 entry. Even if you're thinking about going to university the day after, I still would recommend, the year after rather, I would still recommend that you apply for next year, because then you can defer it to go the year afterwards. So let's click on that. Okay, we now are on the login or registration page. After we have registered, you will have your login details, your username, your password. So from after registration, when you come to this page, you can just put those details in here and you log straight in. But for us, today we're registering, so we're going to click on register. So it now gives you some information about registration that I would recommend you read through, but we won't do that at this particular point, so you can pause this if you want to just give this a read. And then it also tells you about their terms and conditions, about what they're going to do with your data and that kind of stuff. So again, have a read through this. You'll need to tick that box at the bottom. The first thing I just want to say is if you're ever unsure about a question, then just click on the question mark, the little red question mark alongside it, because that will usually give you a little bit more information, which hopefully will answer anything that you're unsure about. So I'm not going to click on all of them, but just so that you know that option is there. So you're now going to start filling in some information. First of all, your title, so choose from the list here, and your gender, and then you're going to put in your first name into this box here, and your family name, your surname, and then your date of birth, so you choose day, month and year. Once you've done all that, you're going to click on next, and then it's going to ask you for your postal address. So if you are based in the UK, then you're going to click on UK, or you have the option of non-UK, international, national or British forces. So you can choose, and then you go on to next. You're then going to put in your home details, your house number. So just to let you know, sometimes if you live in an address that's not recognised, it might not come up as accurate. So you can amend that afterwards. You can manually put in your own address. But for most of you, if you put in your house number and your postcode, they'll find your correct address, or they'll give you a list of options. So just make sure it's picked the right one for you and it's the correct address. So I'm just going to do that for myself right now. So I've just covered my postal address with a little snipping tool. After that, you need to enter your contact details. As you can see, there's a little asterisk next to the email address and confirm email address. So that you have to put in. Please put in one that you use often. Otherwise, it's going to be sitting in an email that you're not going to access. It also asks for your home telephone number and mobile. This isn't, you don't have to put that in, but again, it's just another way for them to be able to contact you. And then you're going to say keep up to date with your application, gives you a bit of information about that. and then you're going to click on the next. So I'm just going to put in my contact details again. So I've just put in a postal address that's not my own home, just in case you're wondering that address behind. What will pop up next is different ways that the UCAS service would like to contact you, and also how they might like to update you on different information. I recommend saying that you would like to hear about all these things, because the more information you have, the more informed your decisions are going to be, and there's probably lots of things in here which you need to know or would help you to know. So personally I would move this across so you're getting information about all three of these, but if you just want to get about some of it, you can do individuals or none of them. And also they will let you know how they're going to contact you. Again, I'd say all channels, because how many times do we lose our phones, or you might move address, or you might stop using an email account. So if you say all channels, then they're going to be able to contact you in one way or another. Obviously this is a false UCAS application that I'm doing, so I'm just going to say no to everything. We're now on a really important page where often people get a bit confused or stuck. You need to be putting in a password here. It needs to be 8 characters long, at least 1 lowercase and 1 uppercase, that's a capital letter. Contain at least 1 number, and also use a special character, and it gives some examples there. So you need to put that password in twice, and please put that somewhere safe. So write that down somewhere where you're not going to forget it. Take a photo of it, email yourself it, write it wherever you're going to remember it, because you will need that again and again, and there's nothing worse than students coming to their careers advisors or their teachers saying, I've forgotten my password again. So please try and take responsibility and get that somewhere where you're not going to forget it. You've then got some security questions. Give an example of what these are. What was the name of your first school? Favourite sport? It's rare that you're going to have to need these again, but try and remember your answers to them. So if it's your first car, make sure you put in, Vauxhall, whatever, make sure it's something that is going to stay the same. So I tend to recommend things which didn't change. Father's first name, for example. Favourite movie, sometimes you might change those. So you need to answer 4 of those before you can go on to the next page. So I'm just going to do that for myself. And this is now the last part of this registration. Behind this snipping tool is my username. Along with the password that you did on the previous page, this is the most important thing that you need from your registration. So your username and your password are what you'll need to log in each time to UCAS. So make sure you make a note of that along with your password somewhere safe, wherever is safe for you. After that, I'm going to recommend that we log in now. For the majority of you, you'll probably find that you're applying through your school or college. So if you are currently studying in year 13 or year 14, most schools and colleges want you to actually apply through them. That means that your UCAS application is connected to the school and college. It means that they can see your application, they can add a reference when you've finished your application, and they can send it off and help you track your responses. So if you don't know, I would ask your form teacher or head of year whether or not they are expecting you to apply through the school and college. If they are, they will give you what's called a buzzword, and the buzzword will be a phrase or a word which, when you click on through my school college, it'll ask you for your buzzword, and you put it in, and then you'll go to the same place as everyone else will. I'm going to click as an individual because although I do have buzzwords at various schools, I don't want to confuse the matter. So I'm going to do mine as an individual, but for most of you, you'll probably be doing this one. So I'm going to click on that now. Okay, these questions must all be answered before you can proceed with the UCAS application. Do you live outside the United Kingdom? No, I don't. Are you currently attending school or college? No, I am not, but again, a lot of you will be. You'll still be putting in the same information, so it's fine. And then it's telling you about the deadline, which is always the 15th of January. But again, if you're at school or college, you'll probably find that your deadlines are earlier, because the schools will need an internal deadline so that you can get everything done and they can add the references and check all's well. So I'm now going to continue. Okay, so we are in. Woohoo!